Is this working? Okay.
I'm here. Oh, we're live.
We're live.
I didn't know you had the camera on.
First drink of Good Kids Energy.
I can't even do it seriously. I'm sorry. Sorry. I need to adjust
We've
just
got
a
our
little bit here.
we've got our first drink here. What do we got?
We
Fill
got I just picked this up this morning. It's called First Form Energy. Not too sure. Vitamin Shop carries all the most random drinks you can think of, but thought this would be a good one to try out just because neither of us have had this guy yet. So yeah, Citrus Blast. Maybe it'll be a blast from the past. We're not too sure yet, but yeah, how are we scoring? How are we rating these?
Yep. So
I know
we
you got a scale here.
Yeah, we've got a scoring system. We're gonna add it up individually and then get an overall score. So the 4 categories we're working with here: aesthetic, can, the flavor, the mouthfeel. That's
Every energy drink
That's
does
Gary's favorite.
feel different going down the throat.
It's true.
Pause.
Resume. That's Garrett's favorite. Mouthfeel. Last but not least, the aftertaste. That's Garrett's least favorite. He hates aftertaste things. So it's going to be
Tastes like dirt.
we're going to have 4 main categories. We're going to score each section 1 through 10.
Yeah, you gotta be fair though. Are we doing decimal points or like are we rounding up solid?
No, you can do decimals.
All right.
Yeah, give us a little bit more of a range.
Sure. We got a lot to review.
Yeah.
This is one of 1,000.
We have so many,
drinks.
and this is one. I'm glad we're doing this because it's a new one. See
if
if you
anyone
can
wants
get that.
to sponsor us,
Zoom in on
any of
that
these
right
energy
there.
drink companies?
Check it out. We've got a lot. We've got a lot to cover here. So let's jump right into it.
Yeah, we got a cup. I assume we can just pour it in there and then.
Should we give it a nice crack? Should I get it up here by the
Yeah,
mic?
yeah.
Do you want to do the honors?
Do a little
for the first
ASMR.
one?
Sure.
Do the honors. The very first.
ASMR for the fans.
Ooh, crispy.
You hear that?
I do. Can the fans hear it? Oh, it stopped.
It stopped. It's fine. All right, go ahead and pour it in.
All right,
We're not really going off color. Some energy drinks don't have color, but this one might. Yeah,
Nice and clear.
Typical color you get with an energy drink.
I mean, aesthetically, right off the
wow.
gates, I'm pleased with the can.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Like a matte white has a little bit of an underlay. I'm not sure if you guys can see that very well, but a little bit of a design on the underlay with just a simple logo. I like it.
It's almost too basic, but maybe that's their intention.
Yeah, sometimes there's energy drinks where there's just exploding colors and it's rainbow Skittles, and it's like I don't even know where. I can't even find the flavor on here.
I mean,
once we score it, we'll see what we're thinking once we score it.
Take our first sip here.
All right, let's.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We should have got 2 cups. I don't know why I didn't. And we could have done it at the same time.
I mean,
I could drink from the can.
You can drink out of the can. We'll allow it. Cheers.
How many sips are we getting? Maybe
as many as you want.
Okay.
Really get the flavor, the mouthfeel. Your favorite.
You can't give too much away with the facial expressions off the bat, because then people are going to be like, "Oh, he hates it," or "He loves it."
I like it.
It's good. It tastes like Sprite.
Yeah,
exactly like Sprite.
It does.
Maybe like a 7-Up.
Almost like a little flatter though. It's not as
Sprite burns the throat.
Sprite has that like TV static
kicks your
punching
throat.
you.
It's got a good mouthfeel. It's not too. It's not too much.
Not too little.
Exactly. It's that nice. I'm not sure the word I'm looking for here.
Middle ground.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I know what you mean though.
It almost tastes like a ginger ale.
Okay.
Like I'm on a flight. I'm headed north, maybe south. I'm not too sure. Flight attendant comes around. What drink can I get for you? I'm going ginger ale every time. Sweet crack of that can.
True. Yeah, ginger ale, Sprite, almost like a little bit, like just a faint, tiny bit of Baja Blast. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Like just at the end, it's like, oh, maybe there's a hint of Taco Bell in there. Just a tiny bit.
Quesarito. It's good. It's not bad. It's got a good blend of the flavors that that you like your tongue to have.
I mean, Citrus Blast, I mean, it does match up with the name.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes the names are way off, and it's like, what are we doing here?
There's a good blast of citrus in this.
That's
Hence the name.
Right.
It doesn't taste like too artificial either. It's like there's some fresh lime up in here.
Yeah, it's true.
Sometimes you get those artificial flavors, and it just doesn't hit. But it's good. That's a good, solid citrus flavor.
It's a new brand, new flavor.
I never heard of it.
I'm pleasantly intrigued. Should we score it or what?
Yeah, let's.
Okay. You've got your 4 categories: aesthetic, flavor, mouthfeel, aftertaste.
Whatever's in the heart.
Yeah.
You know?
Trust your gut, literally.
I feel like I was a little generous.
You might. I mean, maybe.
Here's the thing. I don't think we're ever going to get a perfect 10. I don't care how good it is.
I don't.
There's no such thing.
There may be.
No.
It might be a long time till we find it.
I don't think we're going to get one.
Ever?
No, I don't think so. Maybe from you. I don't think I'll ever score anything a 10.
Well, you have higher scores than me on this one. I'll tell you that.
Which is surprising. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I didn't scale it as best as graded.
It's all right. This first one, you can continue on from here, and
all
we
right,
have to have a base point.
It's true.
Somewhere.
It's true.
So okay, let's go through the categories. Start off with aesthetic. With aesthetic, we've got myself at a score of 7.
Oh, great.
Out of 10. Garrett's at a 7.8, so a little bit higher, but right in the same range.
It's funny, though, because you like the can more than I did. I was kind of being generous, but also like, no, I thought you were going to get like an 8.5, honestly.
Well, maybe I'm just a little more strict.
It's true. That's what I'm saying.
I just might have higher standards than you when it comes to color. Energy drinks. Let's make sure we can get on there. That is a good color in there. At flavor, I'm coming in a lot lower than Garrett.
Really?
I'm at a 6 on the flavor.
I thought you really liked it.
And Garrett's at a 9.1.
That's a solid citrus
so
flavor.
He's up there. I'll give my reasoning. It's a good flavor, but it didn't knock my socks off. It is good, but it's not like one of those flavors where you take a sip and it's like, wow, what is that?
I respect that. I can't argue with that. I'm comparing it to the GOAT, which is Sprite. Can't be like, oh, it tastes like Sprite, and give it a 5. I got to be fair. So I felt like
Sprite guy, huh?
I felt Sprite's great. That's my favorite citrus drink.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. If you're a big Sprite guy and this tastes like Sprite,
huge Sprite guy,
then it makes sense you scored so high in the flavor category. Mouthfeel, I came in at a 7. Wasn't like, oh wow, super like smooth, but it also wasn't like overly carbonated. It was right in the middle. Garrett came in at an 8.8 on the mouthfeel. So I told you, mouthfeel's his favorite. He enjoyed that one a little more.
It creeped up on my tongue. It hit. I swallowed there. Let me just show you guys what I'm talking about here. Oh, tickles the throat. That's what I like. If it tickles, I'm giving it a decent score. That tickles, so 8.8.
All right. Aftertaste, we're coming in. Garrett at an 8.5. Yep. I'm coming in at an 8. So we were pretty close on that as far as aftertaste. I actually scored that higher than I did on any of the other categories for this one.
Respect.
Because that flavor was strong enough to not be overpowering, but to stay for the long haul. Garrett a little bit higher than 8.5.
Solid score. Yeah, usually, you know how I feel with aftertaste on energy drinks, which you'll learn along this journey with us, but it lingered in a good way. The aftertaste tasted like the initial taste, whereas some energy drinks, you get a sip of it, you're like, oh, this hits. And then a couple seconds later, it just tastes like dirt. Blasted my throat just the way I like it. So
it's a good score. My overall score coming in at a 7, averaging amount. Garrett's coming in at an 8.5. So
that's actually averaged out better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a little higher, but that's perfect.
The GoodKids Score coming in at a 7.77. So we'll round that up to a 7.8.
It's respectable.
That's a pretty solid standard to kick this off.
I feel like it's average.
That's a good basis.
Yeah.
I think that's a great overall because, again, it wasn't one like that was knocking us over. It's just so amazing. but it wasn't one where we were kind of grossed out and like disappointed.
But I'm looking forward to other flavors from First Form. Shout out First Form.
Yeah, well done. First one in the books. We've got First Form Citrus Blast. First score of Good Kids right here.
We'll be back with more.
7.8. Setting the bar. We'll take it from there.
Yes, sir. Hey.
All right, should we wrap this up then?
Great. Let's wrap it up.
All right. That's it. See you next time.